Hey guys, it's Sarah. I'm back at it again with another video. Now, in this video, I'm going to explain to you why you've been struggling to adapt new beneficial beliefs and how you can fix it. Maybe you've been doing mindset work for a while, or you feel like the same pattern is repeating in your life over and over again, and you can't seem to break it. And you already know it's related to some kind of thought pattern or beliefs that you have, and you're holding on to them and you can't get rid of them. And these beliefs are contradicting what you're trying to achieve. First of all, and maybe you've heard this before, your brain isn't wired for growth. It's trying to protect you, keep you safe. So it keeps you with what's familiar to you. So maybe some of you have heard of the reticular activation system, or RAS, before. I like to call it the algorithm of the mind. And yeah, if you didn't, there is a part of the brain that controls what you're paying attention to. And I like calling it algorithm because it's pretty much the same as our social media algorithms. You know, it records what kind of content you're looking at and what you're engaging with, and then it's going to show you more of this. And if you're not paying attention, or if you're just scrolling by something, then the social media platform is going to stop showing you this kind of content eventually. So the RAS is a network in the brain, in the brainstem, and it works in a very similar way. Now, the RAS acts as a filter. So based on what you already believe about yourself and the world and what you're already paying attention to right now. And based on that, it then filters out all of the stuff that it doesn't think it's important. And it's trying to match the information of your existing beliefs and what you are already paying attention to. The reason we have this part in the brain, this network in the brain, is because all of the information that is around us constantly is so overwhelming to our senses that we do have to filter out, right? So it guides our attention that way, just to prioritize. And just think of being outside in a city, you know, busy work day, business day, and just being surrounded by all of these noises. And then next to you is a friend of yours talking to you. Automatically, your brain kind of knows how to focus, how to make you focus on the sound of your friend's voice, versus even if there's a lot of noise in the background, right? Because it deems the conversation as important, and it knows how to filter out the noise. So if you decide today that you want to buy a white Mercedes, you're going to start seeing white Mercedeses everywhere. And it's basically being shown to you by your brain. It's not that they just appeared magically and they weren't there before. No, they were always there, but your brain didn't know how to pay attention to them. Your RAS just deemed it as important, and then it shifted your focus. If you think about it, this can clearly work to our advantage, but also disadvantage if you've been focusing on what's going bad in your life, right? So that's why it's so important to be very, very mindful with what you're consuming, what content you're consuming, and what you're choosing to look at. Because again, this will literally program your brain to see certain things more, right? And especially with like a very toxic, negative news cycle. And it's important to stay informed, but again, like this is all you're feeding your mind. And then all that negativity is what you're gonna notice, even if maybe nice things are happening right around you, right, in your personal life. By now we know that the RAS is getting our focus, but there is another layer to this. And I don't see a lot of people talking about this. I feel like the reticular activation system has been popularized, especially in like the mindset manifestation space. But the other layer is actually the reason why you can't easily adapt. This part of your brain is the critical faculty. It's the mental gatekeeper between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is where all of your beliefs are stored, right? This is the part of your mind that you would have to access to actually make changes. But the critical faculty is right there in between, and it's that mental, it's also a filter, but this one decides what information can enter your subconscious mind. So it's basically a firewall for your belief. And this is why if you just say the phrase, I'm a millionaire, it does absolutely nothing to your belief system, because the critical faculty automatically decides, oh no, this is a lie, this is untrue, and therefore it doesn't get accepted as a belief. This is literally the reason why you can't easily adapt new beliefs when you're actively trying it with your conscious mind. And your conscious mind is your thinking mind. Your mental firewall is just going to reject the instructions based. That's what's going to happen. So what do we do about it? Now, this is where hypnosis comes in, because during hypnosis, we use different kinds of inductions to achieve a trance-like state, right? To put you in a trance. And by inducing this state, we bypass that firewall and we walk in through the back door of your subconscious mind. And now that we have access to the subconscious mind because we walked it through the back door, we can actually make changes to your belief system. We can install new beliefs. I always imagine that we are a computer, or our mind is a computer, and our conscious mind is basically just when we use our software, right? The software is already installed. We're just running the programs. This is what we do with our conscious mind. But now the subconscious mind is the operating system. So the real changes are made on the disk. They're not made within the programs. And I'm sorry, I know I'm using a lot of metaphors, but just the way how I personally understand and memorize everything is just by like telling a visual story, basically. So I'm hoping that it helps you too, but it's literally how I memorize these things. And it makes a lot of sense, right? But yeah, that's why hypnosis is awesome. And if you've never tried it, I have some of my channel. I'm also planning to post a lot more. I also offer one-on-one sessions. And installing new beliefs is very important if you want to achieve new goals in your life. But of course, hypnosis or hypnotherapy can also be used to overcome other blockages in your life or process things, get rid of anxiety. It deeply engages the subconscious mind, and this is just one of the ways how we can utilize hypnosis. But yeah, if you tried hypnosis before, feel free to share. Let me know in the comments and maybe listen to the hypnosis that I posted a few months ago. And that's it. I see you in the next video. Bye, guys.